looking at a character like Sir Jawless, Lord Jawless, whatever he sees himself as, you see these kind of characteristics throughout life in fiction a lot. They see themselves, of course, everyone's the main character in their own story. It's an autobiography, and he wants fame and glory. He probably once had a noble goal, and that was to get the lower ranks of beasts to the inner circle, is what he's always wanted. But to him, he probably thought strength wasn't enough, or he wasn't strong enough to do so, despite being the lion. But after watching a lot of animal facts on YouTube Shorts lately, I kind of found out that the lion really isn't the most dangerous animal in the jungle. We're in its territory. A lot of creatures can take on a lion, but for some reason, just because of the way it looks, society has named him the king of the jungle. But is he really the king of the jungle? Is he really? we don't know. We hyped up Mr. Lion a little bit too much over the years, and now seeing everything else that's happening, seeing how Jawless is now, he probably isn't. He probably isn't like that no more. And because of that, we see him for who he really is. A lion with nothing more than cheap tricks. A kitty with cheap tricks. And ironically enough, his rivalry is with another cat, a white tiger. One might say, is it Siberian tiger? Who knows? But they're one of the most dangerous tigers of all time, the Siberian tiger. But anyways, him fighting against the two tiger siblings, it has been much of a bigger challenge to him, but that's been his entire story. He overestimates people. He is the guy who can think things ahead. He always has a plan, a strategy. He's not a brave person, he's a coward. Just like the coward lion in Wizard of Oz. He's just a coward. But except for that lion, despite being a coward, embraced his fear and went into the head of danger nonetheless, and turns out he had bravery all along. He just needed this push. This lion right here in this story did not have that push. He did not have that drive to go into the face of danger. He only played games he knew he could win. And because of that, you never really grow. You may grow in a way of strategy, but you never grow anywhere else. When it comes to your experience, you know how the game is played, but you'll never know when someone might pull a fast one on you out of nowhere, and you may never see it coming because you underestimate the will of another. And seeing how he was using his own man to charge their deaths as he retreats, he would try to gain a victory, even how small it is, to help him rise up. But then you have someone who is the true deal, the genuine article, the hero, the sibling's father showing up as a true gallant knight in shining armor with his cavalry, saving everybody. And of course, people flock to him. He's the real deal. He's the genuine icon, the true king, the hero nonetheless, a man who is strong but he never seeks violence. That's the king a lot of people would seek after many years of violence, of war. But of course, Mr. Kitty Cat couldn't have that. He couldn't stand that. How dare you steal the glory he thought he had? See, in his mind, him being cowardly and surviving is all it took. And he thought as long as he lived, he could always restart all over again. But what if someone comes up who can do your job way better than you can? And he didn't really take your glory. He came with his own glory. But in your mind, you're thinking, oh, he took my glory because that's all they can think about is themselves. Very narcissistic behavior we have here. Because he sees himself as everything belongs to him. He deserves these things he has not yet earned. So because of that, when you see someone showing up, really working their butt off, they just do a better job at it than you do, you blame everybody else but yourself. There are ways Jawless could have did something to go up the ranks. He could have used the title of their father and win wars and battles together. Give him advice and strategy. So when they do win battles, people will talk of the lion that was the right-hand man to the hero. Like, hey, this guy knows what he's talking about. He clearly helped us win the wars. He was always behind the ear of the hero, and so clearly he must be the hero's right-hand man. And with that, he could have easily rose up the ranks. It would took some time, but with that recognition, he could have gone somewhere with it. But that's not what he wanted. See, a guy like this, you think, oh, Dio would love. No. You see, Dio from JoJo Bizarre Adventures, his entire thing was get where you need to go no matter the cost. No matter what it takes, no matter what you have to do, get there. And that's what Dio did. He didn't care if he had to throw away his pride in order to get what he wanted. He would play the game. He would play along, manipulate people. He'll even pretend to be your friend in order to get what he wants out of you. That's what Dio would do. Because I'm only saying this, I was seeing people say, oh, this guy's kind of like Dio. No, this guy's not like Dio. Dio had this charisma where he can bring people onto his side. And he was also a good strategist, but yet at the same time, he would do whatever it takes to win, no matter what. He would definitely use the Tiger siblings' father to get himself up to power, and then when he got what he wanted, he'll knock him off. This dude, however, had one thing Dio didn't have, and that is pride. Dio never had pride. Because of that, Dio was able to go far of him being a villain. Jawless had pride, the lion's pride, and because of that, he couldn't stand sharing the spotlight with anybody. He wanted it all to himself. So that's when you saw him transform, he became this very powerful creature, and he automatically was on his own high, his own dopamine of narcissist, where he's like, oh, I can rule the world, who needs a shield hero, I can do it all myself, everyone should be worshipping me, just spouting all this nonsense. You can tell this guy's really up his own butt. You can really tell that. And it's about time he gets his butt beat down, because he's been using poison, claws, and even throwing out henchmen left and right. Just trying to do whatever it takes to win. It's like a platformer boss back in the early 2000s. That's what they would do, You have the platformer boss who had his empire he built up himself on, but he was overcompensating for something. And when you're beating this boss in the video game, the boss will sometimes summon his henchmen to come down and fight you. Luckily, you have friends, or you're just too good. You can solo everyone. And that's the old school platformer bosses that I missed back in the day. But anyways, let's talk about Outlaw for a while. Outlaw's good. Outlaw seems to be, she's there. She knows what she got. And the reason why Outlaw was so strong compared to Foal at that moment is because Outlaw already had her resolve. Outlaw probably didn't have any connection to her parents because she was just a baby. So when they died, all she had was her big brother taking care of her. And she appreciates her big brother. But then she had the shield hero who saved her and her brother from that terrible place. He cured her, and because of that, she became healthy and devoted herself to serve Naofumi. And because of that, she already had that form of resolve of what she wanted to do. She had no regrets of the past, nothing holding her down. All she had was the future, and her future was to serve the shield hero, no matter the cost. It's really why in the last episode she was able to make that grand speech, and how she has this confidence of able to fight other people and train very hard and seem to be very rapidly speeding up in her training. She has nothing holding her down compared to Flo, who is completely different. He remembers his father, he remembers his mother, he remembers that they were once something greater than what they were, in a way. And the father relied on him to take care of the mom and daughter. But their reputation was ruined. They were put into poverty, exiled, discriminated against. The mom seemed to die of some type of heart disease, so he failed to protect the mom. And the sister started having illness, and all he can do is to get some treatment for it was to throw matches. And because of that, he just felt like he was a failure in the middle of nowhere. So he is grateful for Naofumi, but he himself feels like he is weak, that there's no resolve within him just yet. until he really feels a passion towards his father. In a way, his father was someone that he looked up to, not the shield hero, but his father. And because of that, this fight means more to him than it does Atla. Atla is just fighting for the honor of the shield hero. Well, it seems like Flo is fighting more for the honor of his own father, more than anything else, seeking the answers he craved. So he has yet finding his resolve until the very end, where he made that Beastman transformation. He has gone full furry. Full furry, man. So the question is he stronger than Atla now? He finally reaches it because he probably was always stronger than her. It's that he always doubted himself. There was something mentally that was keeping him back. And now that's no longer keeping him back. He is free. He is free. And now he's about to open a can of whoop ass next episode. So yeah, baby, can't wait to watch. Finally watch this cowardly lion be humbled beyond recognition. So yeah, that's like our first video, man. It was a good episode. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell icon. This has been Madcrownxox. I'm Anime. Signing out.